What's Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
Yeah, I think, it's just a tough fight. Like I said, Conor has the size advantage. He can really punch, and I think he's live against anybody. But, Shakur has great experience, and I would like to see Conor Benn fight for a world title.
I'm into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Benn, and I can't do it, so it makes for a tremendous fight.
Shakur Stevenson calls out Conor Benn after defeating Teofimo Lopez. After dismantling Teofimo Lopez, Chris Eubank Jr., including the rehydration clause, showing he's thinking strategically. After such a decisive win, this challenge wasn't empty talk, it was a bold statement that Shakur is ready to conquer the next big test. Conor Benn responds to Shakur call-out. Conor Benn isn't backing down, but he's also throwing shade at Shakur's bold challenge. He claims size is the deciding factor and questions how the fight could even happen on equal terms. Benn's defensive tone mixed with his subtle dig highlights the tension brewing he's trying to save face, while underlining that Shakur's confidence might just be bigger than his fists.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
Fuck that. Like,
No?
He ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, then ask that to him. But don't be talking shit in the ring and then want to come up with something.
Eddie Hearn doesn't hold back, saying Benn would get exposed instantly. After seeing Shakur dismantle Teofimo Lopez, he makes it clear that on skill, Benn is nowhere near this level. Size won't save him. Shakur's footwork, timing, and power are flawless. Lopez struggled to land anything, and Benn would face the same brutal reality he'd be outclassed from the first bell. Shakur's dominance is undeniable, and anyone stepping in now risks being humiliated just like Teofimo.
Well, I think that's the only way Shakur's going to get beat. On a level playing field, it's very difficult for Shakur to get beaten by anybody, because a level playing field probably for him is 135. I actually thought he looked quite powerful at 140. I actually thought he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez if he would have maybe put his foot on the gas. Didn't need to, but I thought his punches looked solid in there tonight. I thought he looked like he had the heavier hands.
Claressa Shields doesn't mince words, making it crystal clear that Benn would be completely overwhelmed. Watching Shakur dominate Teofimo Lopez, she knows anyone stepping into the ring with him is walking into a storm. Benn's punches, size, or bravado wouldn't matter. Shakur's precision, speed, and ring IQ would eat him alive. Shields even admits she'd be coaching and yelling non-stop, knowing Benn wouldn't stand a chance. After Teofimo's defeat, this isn't speculation, it's a warning.
Last thing, what would happen if Conor Benn was in the ring with Shakur Stevenson tonight?
Anybody fighting against Shakur Stevenson is losing, especially if I'm in a house, because I'm cheering and booing them all night. And I'm giving great advice. Great advice. Everybody can hear me.
Danny Jacobs makes it clear, Shakur is the ultimate challenge, and no one matchup can contain him. After dismantling Teofimo Lopez, he's proven he's at the top of his game, and anyone stepping up, including Conor Benn, will have to deal with the very best. This isn't just hype, it's a warning. Shakur is ready to dominate every challenge thrown his way, and the idea of Benn standing in that ring now looks almost laughable. The gap in skill, speed, and composure is glaring, making Shakur the unstoppable force in this division.
A champion doesn't have to fight one person over the next, but as long as he can get them all in, that's what we want. We want him to fight the best. He is the best currently, and so we want him to fight all of the rest of the challenges.
Andre Ward doesn't hold back in his assessment, making it crystal clear that Conor Benn stepping into the ring with Shakur Stevenson is a mismatch waiting to happen. Ward emphasizes that while Benn brings danger to Lopez, it's obvious that Benn's size or bravado won't bridge the massive gap in talent.
Do you like that fight for sure?
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you think that one goes?
Conor's always dangerous. He's gonna come forward, but man, it's gonna look a lot like that. And there's no disrespect to Conor Benn. I respect what he does and how he does it, but the skill set, bro, is different. They say them boxers.
Rolly Romero makes it clear that while a Shakur Stevenson versus Conor Benn showdown would excite UK fans, he's subtly admitting the hype doesn't match reality. After Shakur's dominant performance over Teofimo Lopez, it's obvious Stevenson's skill far outclasses Benn's. Romero's excitement reflects the spectacle, but anyone watching closely knows that this fight would be a masterclass for Shakur, leaving Benn overwhelmed and exposed in every exchange inside the ring.
Be an exciting fight, especially for all the UK fans and honestly just an exciting fight.
Keeson Davis doesn't hold back as he critiques the hype around Conor Benn, subtly pointing out past controversies while highlighting Shakur Stevenson's clear superiority. After dismantling Teofimo Lopez, Stevenson's mere power, and anyone stepping in against Shakur would quickly discover how incomplete their game is. This isn't just a win, it's a statement that Shakur's technical mastery, speed, and precision leave opponents exposed.
He looks very powerful, but you know, word spreads, and you know, some things he got caught up with. So I don't really take it to cheating. Understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't really, you know. So he looks like a good fighter though, but as far as his power and how he been knocking guys out, you know, I don't really, you know, congratulate.
Claressa Shields perfectly captures the magnitude of Shakur Stevenson's triumph over Teofimo Lopez, highlighting not just the technical brilliance, but the emotional journey behind it. Winning 119-109, Stevenson didn't just dominate, he delivered a masterclass in precision, timing, and control. Shields emphasizes his resilience and growth, from undercards to world champion, showing how he's overcome every obstacle in his path.
Emphatically, 119, I think, to 109 with the scorecard, so basically like 11 rounds to 1. What did you think about the outcome and the fact that he was able to win so dominantly?
One, shout out to New York. The Shoo Bruce Carrington, he's world champion now. I'm so proud of him.
Facts.
Been watching him fight the undercards and all this stuff forever, and to see him become world champion tonight, I was bawling, I was crying, yo. So shout out to him. He shine every time he come out to see his story, see how much he done overcame everything. Now he get a 12th round knockout, looking good against Jermaine Ortiz.
Danny Jacobs doesn't hold back in praising Shakur Stevenson's masterclass against Teofimo Lopez. He highlights that tonight wasn't about grit or heart, it was pure talent. Every jab, every movement, every calculated strike showcased Stevenson's skill at its peak. Teofimo was simply outclassed, and Stevenson's dominance was undeniable. From start to finish, he controlled the ring with precision, proving why he's among the elite in boxing today. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement for anyone considering stepping into the ring with him.
My guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur, and I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer talent.
Daniel Jacobs doesn't mince words as he breaks down Shakur Stevenson's decisive performance. He points out that while some fights are about guts, tonight it was about pure skill. Stevenson's dominance wasn't overwhelming by a landslide, but the gap in talent was clear for all to see. Teofimo tried, but he simply couldn't match Shakur's timing, technique, and ring IQ. Every punch, every movement highlighted Stevenson's mastery, leaving no doubt that he's operating on a level above most challengers.
Sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. But that's just what it is. And sometimes when you think you can keep up with a boxer that's superior to you, you want to try to go with the motion rather than going with what can potentially get you. Because boxing is, you can be losing every round and then the last round you get a lucky or a really confident shot that can knock somebody out. But he didn't try to me. Love the kid, talented kid. I mean, he kept his, kept his grit tonight, but it just wasn't enough. It was like I won't say a landslide, but it was just a difference in talent tonight.
Keeson Davis is going all in, fully capturing the energy backstage. He emphasizes how effortlessly Shakur Stevenson dismantled Teofimo Lopez, calling it easy work and pointing out that it wasn't even a competitive fight. Every punch, every jab, every counter was textbook perfection. Davis hyped Shakur, calling out Conor Benn next, teasing a potential UK showdown. He makes it clear that Shakur's dominance isn't a fluke, it's an undeniable display of skill and poise. Lopez got exposed, beaten cleanly, and now the spotlight shifts entirely to Stevenson's rising legacy and the massive fights that await him.
Easy work. My brother Shakur spanked his ass 12 rounds like I told him he would. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my brother, man. He did his thing, man. What stood out the most with Shakur right now? Say it again? What stood out the most with Shakur? Huh? What stood out the most with Shakur tonight versus Teofimo? Wait, what you said? What stood out the most? Oh, Shakur. I already knew he was going to box his ass out. Like, he was going to box him out. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? Shakur's a special talent in the sport of boxing, man, and he's been like that since the amateur.
Keyshawn Davis is going all in, fully capturing the energy backstage. He emphasizes how effortlessly Shakur Stevenson dismantled Teofimo Lopez, calling it easy work and pointing out that it wasn't even a competitive fight. Every punch, every jab, every counter was textbook perfection. Davis hyped Shakur, calling out Conor Benn next, teasing a potential UK showdown. He makes it clear that Shakur's dominance isn't a fluke, it's an undeniable display of skill and poise. Lopez got exposed, beaten cleanly, and now the spotlight shifts entirely to Stevenson's rising legacy and the massive fights that await him.
Going crazy, like, oh, he beat him up. It's easy work. Like, he's beating Tio up. Like, it's not even a close fight, you know what I'm saying? So, I was just happy for him. Super happy for him.
Man, he called out Conor Benn. You guys both trying to maybe co-main and main event in the UK with all these UK guys?
Hey, man, how big this event was, bro. Like,
Shakur's trainer's pride and excitement are palpable as he reflects on this defining night. He underscores that Shakur wasn't just winning, he was cementing his legacy at 140 lbs, showing the world why he's one of boxing's elite. Every strategy executed perfectly, every round controlled, leaving no doubt about his talent and preparation. The trainer hints at the future, teasing that Shakur is ready for the next big challenge, and maybe even bigger platforms like the UK. This victory is more than just a win, it's a statement. Stevenson is building a dynasty, and no one in his path, including Ben, will make it easy.
Excited, you know, I said this was another legacy fight for him, and
Absolutely.
he got a chance to, you know, establish his legacy once again, winning another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of it.
Even after defeat, Teofimo Lopez tries to maintain composure, but it's clear he was completely outclassed. He admits that everything was on the line, yet he came up short against Stevenson's brilliance. The loss exposes that his power and reputation mean nothing when faced with a technical genius like Shakur. While he calls Stevenson a great fighter, the performance shows Lopez's limitations. He simply couldn't match the speed, precision, or ring IQ. This wasn't just a win, it was a demolition, leaving Lopez to reflect while the boxing world shifts its attention entirely to Stevenson's unstoppable. Eddie Hearn is practically in awe, calling Stevenson's display phenomenal and noting that he won every single round. He praises the perfect combination of footwork, timing, and shot selection that left Lopez battered and frustrated. Hearn even suggests that with a slightly heavier gas on the pedal, Stevenson could have ended the fight early. He underscores Shakur's extraordinary skill, labeling him as a 4-division world champion in the making. This wasn't just a victory, it was a complete domination, leaving Lopez humiliated and setting the stage for Stevenson's next monumental challenge, possibly against Conor Benn.